Well, here we go then. We're into the first round, and this is how it looks. Great Britain's Graham Ellis comes up against Urban Johansson. That's the number 16 man taking on the number 1 man. And here they are, Urban with that split window Corvette. This is what I love about this class. These are all hot rods. And Graham Ellis with that fantastic Plymouth Superbird.
Or Stealth Superbird, if you like.
Yeah.
This was back at the start of the season in May at Santa Pod. Look at it. It's just... I actually walked past the car, and if you weren't... It's so low, if you're not looking where you're going, you trip over it.
I know, it's just over 40 inches high.
It's unbelievable piece of engineering. Built by Andy Robinson Race Cars. Andy built the car. Oh, Graham with a really, really good lead there as well. Tyre shaking out the groove. Urban Johansson, number 1 qualifier. Really got a bit of a scare there, I think, because Graham was out in front of him, but real nice 6.23 from him, and he takes the win with the parachutes billowing in the first round.
Yeah, great run. The previous champion back on form again. Right, Finland against Sweden. This is Marco Lanto, another Corvette, up against the Chevrolet Bel Air, the 57 Bel Air of Mickey Gallquist, the defending champion. That's interesting, Darryl, that Mickey Gallquist was the number 9 qualifier, Marco Lanto the number 8. But conditions aren't exactly perfect for this type of racing, are they, at the moment?
Definitely not. We only got a couple of qualifying sessions in. That's why the numbers weren't what you'd normally expect to see for FIA Pro Modified. And also one of the reasons a lot of teams struggled this weekend. This was Monday morning at Santa Pod Raceway, bank holiday weekend. And as you can see by the crowd, the weather was very, very cold that weekend. It's been very wet as well. Very tricky conditions for these supercharged machines. Up to the starting line, away together. Oh, and all over the place. Mickey Gallquist doesn't even make it to 60 foot. Left, right, all over the place. Oh, Mickey's taken out the centreline blocks. And Marco Lanto takes the win with a very off-pace 7.58. Mickey must be really disappointed with that one as well. That was a really, really wild ride, taking out the centreline cones. Never good on race day. A little bit more about that contest later on, John, aren't we? Because the track was deemed to be not quite up to the task.
Yeah, indeedy. But meanwhile, let's go to our next pair coming out here. The crowd really interested in this one. Fast Freddie Fagerström, you've got to say he's the fans' favourite. Of course, he has come back into Pro Modified. He is the current top methanol funny car champion.
Indeed he is, and he's taken an awful lot of the experience he'd learnt racing the top methanol funny car back into his Pro Modified truck. I mean, who would have thought it? A barn door, basically, with a supercharger and runs over 220 miles an hour. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal thing to see this thing go down the racetrack, isn't it, John?
It is indeed. And, of course, these two are hot rods. Everybody loves them. Flames on the front, of course, but it's Andy Robinson who takes the win here. Great run from him. Does away with Fast Freddie with a 6.45.
Yeah, excellent. Obviously, first round's always tight. The wind's really blowing, but yeah, no, it's good path.
Great Britain comes up against Bruno Bader from Switzerland, and here we are, we've got the hot rods again. We've got a 57 Chevy Bel Air coming up against another one of those super Corvettes.
Yeah, indeed, they really, really are beautiful looking cars. Both these cars away together. Oh, everybody all over the place. Danny from one side to the other. My goodness, I think he was rocking himself to sleep there. Really out of shape run. Bruno with a nice for the conditions 6.57. Danny probably going to be disappointed with that one. Nearly takes it into the arm coat. My goodness. One side to another. That was a hairy ride for the 57 then.
Well, this is the other 8 that are contesting in the first 16. And once again, it's just hot rod heaven. We just wait to see these cars come out there and strut their stuff. First pair then. This new man from Norway, Terje Håkansson, coming up against Patrick Vikström. Now, Vikström, of course, previous champion, but hey, isn't this a nice piece of kit?
Well, this is why we love Pro Modified. There's just so many different body styles, so many different types of cars. Now, these are both modern cars, if you will. Firebird for Terje Håkansson and a modern Camaro for Patrick Vikström. Oh, Terje, all the way from Norway, throws it away on a red light in the first round. After that, number 2 qualifying 6.25. Unfortunately, he wastes it on a red. Patrick Vikström with a very bouncy 6.99, but he'll still be through into the second round of eliminations.
Of course, they both pulled red lights there, but it was Terje Håkansson who was the worst, so he goes out. Right, now then, next pair. Look at this. Don't you just love this? The coupe of Mark Mayhausen coming up against the Crown Victoria, 56 Crown Victoria. of Mats Eriksson from Sweden. Here we come, up to the start line. Both of these blower cars, of course, but a problem for Mats.
Yeah, big red light on the Christmas tree, marked with, not handling problems, but setup problems. I think lots and lots of tyre shake. Very, very cold and, as you can hear, blustery conditions. Tricky for these cars to run in, and anyone who gets down the racetrack really deserves to win. So Mark through to the second round.
Well, it's an all-Ford battle here, let me tell you. We've got the black coupe of Great Britain's Burt Englefield. That's a 1938 body style. And then you've got the more up-to-date Mustang body style of the number 3 qualifier, Roger Johansson. And you've got nitrous against supercharged car here.
Yeah, first time we've seen that match up today, both away from the start line together. Burt Englefield with tremendous tyre shake away. Roger Johansson, real nice smooth run for the nitrous car, and apart from Urban Johansson, 6:28 low ET so far again, apart from Urban Johansson. So as long as your name's Johansson, you're a quick driver on a day like today, I think.
All right, here we go. Sweden against Finland. Mickey Lindahl against Christian Nystrom. And Mickey Lindahl is another one of these guys who is on a great improvement here in 2008. He was the number 6 qualifier with his stealth bomber, that black Camaro. And the Thunderbird of Christian Nystrom in the opposing lane was the number 11 qualifier. Only about a tenth of a second between them.
Both away from the start line together. Mickey Lindahl shaking himself to death in the Camaro, all over the place, but he keeps his foot in it to take the win with a 6:68. But unfortunately, the story of the weekend, the rain came back. Now, the race between Mickey Gallquist and Marco Lanto was due to be rerun. It couldn't be rerun in time because of the weather, so